vlog!
So before we formally start this video, we will be answering some of the frequently asked questions by you guys. So this is about the cruise itself, how we booked the cruise and the process of what we did.
And some tips and tricks as well, and some reviews from us. You'll have to watch the vlog in full. Promise us, okay?
So let's begin. Question 1.
Question number 1, where did you get the idea of cruising?
So we actually found a video in TikTok, which discusses cruising. This was actually by a Filipino TikToker. I don't think he has cruised in his life, but he was talking about cruises in the Mediterranean, how it's actually budget friendly to do so, because it includes basically your fare, I mean from point to point, right? From one place to another, your hotel room and food. It's almost an all-in package. So yeah, we found a TikTok and decided to do it.
Yeah. Number 2 is, how did you decide on which cruise line to book?
We actually initially looked at Valletta cruises, right? So from a cruise from and to Valletta.
Valletta, Malta.
Valletta, Malta.
Because I live in Malta.
Yeah, so we initially looked at MSC cruises, but they don't have trips during the time that we want to book. So we searched in Google, so we eventually found Royal Caribbean Cruises. So they have this awesome website which gives you almost all the information you need. Just type in where you want to go, from what port do you want to, from what dates, right? So what itinerary you want to spend, and they will suggest right then and there, this is the cruise that would most likely fit your schedule. And then we saw this one Scandinavian cruise that's going through Finland, through Sweden, through Denmark. So that's the one that we booked actually.
Yeah. How did you book? Is it all online?
Yes, as I've said, it's all online. It's through their website. Actually, when you search about cruising in the internet, they will suggest that you book through a travel agent, but that's not what we did. Usually, travel agents are free, but there's a middleman between you and your booking, right? So we're millennials, so we think everything would be faster if we do it all online on ourselves, DIY.
Yes, DIY. We just booked through the website, and we did not engage any travel agents or so, because actually you can do it yourself. You don't need to be very techy. The Royal Caribbean website is very user friendly.
Yeah, they actually have just a few questions. Just enter your name, where you're from, your address, your telephone numbers, and then 2 of the particular questions that you're gonna answer is number 1, what time dining do you want?
Yeah.
That's one of the questions. So we'll explain later about the dining. And then number 2 is whether or not you want to prepay the gratuities. Gratuities are the tips that you want to give. And we'll also discuss our strategy about that towards the end of this video.
Yeah, later. So yeah, the website is very user friendly. You can do it yourself. It's just like you're booking your flight.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. So next question, the $1 million question. How much is it?
I think the cruise itself, the fare is just 680
euro per head. We paid 680 euro per head, and we stay, both of us of course, in one stateroom.
Correct.
So it's 680 per person.
That's for 8 days and 7 nights.
7 nights, yeah. And yeah, so that's the price, and it's actually 30% off.
Yeah, it's 30% off. Plus, when we booked online, we got a voucher for $50 onboard credit. So we can use that towards drinks, towards souvenirs, towards shirts.
Everything that you can find inside the cruise, you can use your own onboard credits. Yeah. So yeah, 680 euro, and actually it varies depending on the itinerary of the cruise, how many nights, etc., etc. So all of those you can find in the Royal Caribbean website.
For Royal Caribbean, this is just the basic package, if you would say so. It includes your stateroom, your room that you will stay in, your transportation to and from all the ports of call, where the boat will dock, and then it also includes your stay, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then main dining room, dinners. And also, I think you can also get lunch and
brunch and dinner in the main dining room.
But it does not include specialty dining, so you cannot dine in Izumi, that's like the sushi place, or in Giovanni's Table, that's the Italian specialty restaurant. And you cannot have any sodas on board with the package, and you can have alcohol with it. So the alcohol is a separate drinks package, which is I think around 60 euros a night. So I don't think that's reasonable, given that we don't drink that much. And there's free coffees, there's free teas, there's free flavored drinks all throughout your cruise. So I don't think the drink package is worth it, to be honest.
Hi again, guys! So I hope you enjoyed the first part of the vlog, and now we will talk about the inclusions of the payment. So a while ago, we mentioned that the price that we paid for the cruise is 680 euro per person.
Yeah.
And that's around 40,000 pesos.
40.
And a while ago as well, we have given you a bit of a background of the inclusions of the payment, and now we will list it down for you.
Alright, so these are the inclusions for the 680 euro cruise. So number one is your stateroom. We get to stay in an inside cabin. This means no windows, no balcony, but it doesn't matter. You only sleep in your stateroom, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that includes also buffets, which is 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Windjammer, which is the buffet restaurant of the ship. That includes dinners and brunches on the main dining room if you want to do so.
It's a fine
It's a
dining,
fine dining restaurant, which you get to sit down and they give you, I think, like 3 sets of knives and forks and spoons, right?
It's a 3-course meal. And also, you can dress up in this main dining.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to the inclusions.
So we have the accommodation, we have transportation, we have the room, and then you get to have activities on board. So they have a pool, 2 pool areas, one for the kids. That's the open pool area, right? They have hot tubs in there, they have pools, they have a deck full of sunbeds, and then you have an adult-only area which is called the solarium. It's much more peaceful there, to be honest. So they have sunbeds in there, you can sleep, you can have drinks, they have a bar in there, they have 2 hot tubs in the solarium, and then 1 saltwater pool.
One of the inclusions as well is snack bar, which is called Cafe Promenade. It has burgers, wraps, pizza, fruits, everything that you need. And
all the desserts in the Windjammer are there. 24/7. Not 24/7.
No, it closes at 3 a.m. It opens at 6 a.m. and it closes at 3 a.m. So basically, you have like 21 hours unlimited food.
And drinks.
And drinks. Whenever you get hungry or thirsty from partying inside the cruise, you can always go to the Cafe Promenade and get your snacks. And also, you can take that to your rooms.
Yes, you can take the glasses and the plates to your room.
Yes, yes.
In your room.
Yes.
Another inclusion actually are activities on the top deck. They have sports centers in there.
Yes.
You can play volleyball, you can play basketball, you can play golf, you can
do rock climbing. You can do surfing. There's a surfing simulator inside the cruise. There's also 2 big slides. 2 very big and very long slides on the cruise. And they also have an arcade inside the cruise. But I mean, it's not actually free. You have to use your onboard credits in order to play some arcade games. But I mean, the amenities is there.
And one of the inclusions as well are shows inside.
Yes, entertainment. And these entertainment are not just your ordinary entertainment. I mean, like we had those circus shows, ice skating shows.
Actually, it's the first time that I've seen a full-size theater. Plus, they have a skating rink which you can skate. Right? There are free skating times. What else do you have? You have a lounge, the Star Lounge, which have karaoke nights. They also have jazz nights. You can have drinks there. Also in the promenade area in the middle of the ship, which you may have seen in the videos, they have parties in there, silent discos. They have auctions of paintings, of art.
Designer items. Watch. So those are the inclusions. I mean, there are a lot.
It's a lot.
If you see in the video, there are a lot. So maybe we can tell them what are the exclusions of the payment.
So exclusions from the payment is you don't get to have alcoholic drinks or sodas with your package. So it's a different package altogether. One of the exclusions as well are gratuities. There are compulsory gratuities per person that you need to pay with your fare. But actually, as gratuities, these are actually optional. So you can ask to have them removed when you book your cruise. So you can uncheck prepaid gratuities, so don't check that. I think for us, it's $14.50 a night.
$14.50 a night.
Per person. So that comes down to, I think, $100 something, $110.
Per person.
Per person. So,
so you have to remember when you book online, you have to uncheck because actually it's automatically checked when you book it. So be mindful when you check out from your booking. You have to remember to uncheck the prepaid gratuities.
Yes. And then, when you come on board on your first night, ask guest services. That's, I think, on deck 4, deck 5.
Any guest services area on your cruise.
To remove your gratuities and ask them, I would like to pay in cash. So that's what we did. We actually tipped our servers personally. We handed them cash. Our room attendant, our waiters in the Windjammer, right, and in the main dining room.
Yeah.
So we gave cash to all of them. Instead of doing the prepaid gratuities or automatically charging them in our account.
Yeah, because in giving them personally, you can, you
can ensure,
you can ensure that it's given to the specific person that you wanted to, you wanted to give it to.
Yeah, because that's how the tip works in the industry, right? They pull it up and then they split it between the people. So, yeah.
So for the next question, how did you travel from your location to the port of call?
Alright, so the port of first call is Copenhagen, Denmark. So we were from, I think, Milan that time.
Yeah, from Milan. We flew to Copenhagen. So basically, the idea of this, of answering this question is to say that, of course, it's not included. I mean, you really have to go to the port of call yourself. It's one of the exclusions, actually. And also, we forgot to mention one of the exclusions as well on the payment are the short excursions.
Yes, the short excursions. That means that whatever you do outside of the ship, when you do port calls or you dock on the ports, that's all excluded.
Yeah, excluded from your payment. You can actually avail short excursion activities from Royal Caribbean or from the cruise lines. But for us, in our case, we did do-it-yourself travel. So like
we did hop on, hop off on some ports, right?
So we do hop on, hop off.
Yeah.
And we traveled by ourselves. We did not use any shore excursion actually.
So you can take the tram, you can take the metro, you can take the buses. They're all pretty easy. And the tourist attractions there are really accessible with the metro system.
Yes, correct. So next question would be, when is the best time to book?
The best time to book for me is maybe 3 months before your cruise.
Before the cruise,
So that's the time they sell out all the remaining staterooms on board. So you get to have a big discount. Plus, it's not very long time for preparation.
Yes.
You're not hesitant. Your plans are all set by that time. So maybe 4 months before your trip.
And next question will be, what are the requirements pre-boarding?
Pre-boarding requirements, of course, if you go to any country that requires you to have a visa, you need to secure the visas. Yeah, before you do it. During our time, we were asked then was to fill out the thing on the phone, on the app. Yeah, the health declaration on the app.
And you have to upload your COVID vaccine as well.
Yep. And then you get to show them your passports on the day of boarding. And you get to show in our case, the COVID test.
Yeah.
During that time. It's just like boarding a plane.
Yes.
Something like that.
So, watch out on the next part of this vlog for our reviews. Of course, the reviews of the amenities, food, stateroom, etc., and other tips and tricks. Hi again, vlog! Cruise. Okay, review on cruise food.
The food is spectacular in the cruise. Yeah, the buffet is repetitive during breakfast and lunch, but I know it cycles throughout the week for the dinners. But for the dining room, there are specials every night. And there are staples on the menus. The food is spectacular. Especially if you have a Filipino waiter, you can request off-menu items. We were served tapa during one of the nights, and then binagoongan during one of the nights.
And next will be review on cruise amenities.
Cruise amenities are actually not that great on Voyager.
On Voyager, I mean, we don't have any comparison because this is our first time. But from what we are hearing, the idea is if the itinerary is really jam-packed or it's great. In our case, Scandinavia, Stockholm, etc. It's a very nice country, a very nice port of call. But in that case, since the itinerary is really great, the cruise itself is not that spectacular.
But don't get us wrong that it's not good. They have a rock climbing wall, they have a surf simulator, they have a ice skating on board. It's all awesome.
They have a lot,
But given that the ship is 20-something years old, it's kind of outdated, the stuff inside.
Yeah, I think so.
But they revamp it, they modernize it, they maintain it all throughout the years, so it's still great, but it's not the best.
I think so. Yeah. There are other stuff and we are yet to experience those. Next is the review of cruise entertainment / activities.
You know, it's actually the first time I've watched a Broadway show during
the cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a theater, they have a Broadway show, they have the ice skating thing, which was
Spectacular!
Oh my god.
It's my first time seeing that kind of performance, and it's really superb.
You should really get to watch something like that.
Yeah, and actually the cruise's orchestra is really great.
Oh yeah, the orchestra, the
Their
band,
performers,
It's awesome,
Yeah, it's not like your
Ordinary
ordinary
band,
band. And with regards to the activities, there are a lot of activities actually, even if it's a port day, or meaning you will get to go out the ship and go to and travel to places. There are still activities inside the cruise also for those people who opt not to get out of the ship.
There we have lots of things to do.
They have meetups, LGBTQIA, singles meetups, solo travelers meetup, etc. And actually, all of those you can see in their app. So
in
their
their app, actually, the app is very useful because you get to see the times of everything in there. When it's 3 o'clock, it automatically shows you what's happening right now.
Yes.
Yeah, and in the next hour and so. But every night before you get to midnight, basically, they give you a
Cruise compass.
It's the cruise compass.
It's like a brochure of what's going to happen the next day. Some tips and tricks, what to do on the port, when you get out of the ship, what are the scheduled activities for the day.
That's every hour.
What is the theme, the dress code for the main dining room, etc. All of those are in the cruise compass. But if you're kind of techie, you can download their app, and also in their app you can see the activities per hour, and you can add those to your calendar, and it will prompt when the activity is about to start. It will prompt, it will tell you which part of the ship, which floor, which deck to go to, what is the name of the area where this is gonna happen, etc. Everything is in the app.
You don't need to reserve the shows, you don't need to reserve the activities, because there's almost no lines for whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So next will be reviews on stateroom.
The stateroom, we got an inside cabin. I don't know how big the room is, but it's actually bigger, I think, than the room we got in Paris.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's bigger. And it's always squeaky clean. You know, our room attendants always cleans our room twice a day. So when we go up in the morning and have breakfast in the buffet, when we go back to our room, it's already clean. And when we go outside in the afternoon, and then when we go to our room before we go to the dinner, the room is already clean as well.
Sometimes when we go back from dinner, it's also clean.
It's also clean again. So they actually clean the room twice or thrice a day. So it's really nice. And actually, for a first-time cruiser, I think it's a better option to just go to the inside cabin, because I mean, you know, you don't spend your day in your room, because since it's your first time cruising, of course you will roam around the cruise. So it will not be worth it if you will get like a junior suite or a balcony room where you don't get to spend.
On the inside cabin, we actually got, I think that was a king-size bed.
Yes,
we got a king-size bed, we had a couch, there was a vanity area, we had a shower thing, and we didn't have a tub, but it was spacious. The bathroom was actually spacious.
Yeah, and we have a lot of room for our clothes, for our things.
Yeah, if you're actually worrying about the waves during the cruise, in the Baltic, it's almost like it's a lake almost.
Yes.
So it's no waves. You can't feel like rocking of the boat. Nothing like that.
In my case, I'm always dizzy, or I always have motion sickness, but inside the ship, no, none at all. Next would be the reviews on cruise crew members.
Cruise crew members, look for Filipinos on board. There's gonna be a lot of Filipinos on board, and they're gonna give you impeccable service.
Yes.
They're knowledgeable about the ship. They're knowledgeable about
excursions,
what you can do on the ports, what you can do on the ship, what time the shows are, what time dinner is, what time breakfast is, everything you can ask.
What are their recommendations on the food,
Yep.
etc. Everything. Yeah.
Just walking around the pool deck, you can see Filipinos. You can ask for drinks.
They will serve you like you are prince or princess.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were treated like majesty. And we were so spoiled.
Yes.
So spoiled with the Filipinos. Like, everything was impeccable.
I've never experienced those kind of service elsewhere. Like,
Actually, even in fine dining restaurants, you don't get to be served like that.
Yeah. And next would be reviews on overall experience.
Overall, I think it's a 11 out of 10.
Yeah, for our first time, because I mean, I have a lot of expectations in the cruise itself, but when I was there,
We've also traveled a lot in different countries around Europe, in different places in the Philippines, also in Asia. It's just one of a kind. It's in another level.
Yeah.
You don't get tired, first of all, in traveling between countries, because you just stay on the ship.
Yeah.
The room was great. The service of everyone on board was great. We're staying at the lowest class, but we were treated like Your Majesty in there.
Yes, it really made me think that, I'm gonna do this every year now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be addicted on cruising. And now I understand those people who are addicted to cruising, like they do cruise thrice a year.
Yeah.
Actually, if you think of it, 680 euro for
That's
7
cheap.
nights.
That is cheap.
I mean, I'm traveling Europe for like 3 to 4 days, and I'm spending like more than 1,000 euro
Yeah, I
for
know.
3 to 4 days, and
You know,
I'm
people-
so tired. Really, it's worth the money. We got our money's worth.
Yeah. Just on the food alone, I think.
Yes,
I think we got our money's worth. I think we ate 650 euros on that cruise.
Yeah,
I know.
correct.
We also had the shows. They were also great. Imagine watching a Broadway show. I don't know, spending hundreds of dollars on that.
Correct.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so
Spending some money on rock climbing. It all adds up. It all adds up. Spending time in the pool. Spending, Yeah.
So it's a really, really nice experience, and also the people inside the cruise are very, very friendly, all of them.
Yep.
Um,
Here's a little tip as well. When you look around the ship, look at their name tags. It has their name on there on big bold letters, and underneath it has their nationality. Look for Philippines under there.
yeah.
These people will serve you well.
Yes. So it's really, really, really nice. It's a very, very nice experience, and we'll definitely do it again.
Yeah.
And last is other tips and tricks. Now, for me, I just remember something regarding the Wi-Fi. So we did not buy the Wi-Fi package inside the cruise. It's actually very expensive for me. It's just for me.
I think it's 30 euros a day
A
for
day.
one device.
Yes, and you cannot just buy it for one day or for cruising days. You have to buy it all throughout the cruise.
For the whole voyage.
Yeah, so what happened to me was, since I live in Europe, my SIM card is a European SIM card. We did not buy it, and actually we were just sailing in the Baltic Sea, where there are a lot of countries around it. There's Sweden, there's Germany, Denmark. Actually, even when we cannot see land, I can like ping a signal on my device. So it's actually a good decision not to buy the Wi-Fi package, because if I just go out our room, I can already get a signal on my device and use internet. So it's a wise decision not to. But that's when you are in Europe and you have a European SIM card. I don't know on the
But people from the States, I don't think they have that privilege to do so.
Yeah.
But if you're from Europe and taking a Europe cruise, just
Europe
don't
cruise.
buy the Wi-Fi. It's not worth it.
Don't.
Plus, as we've heard, the Wi-Fi on board is not that great.
Yes, actually, when you're inside the cruise, don't use the internet. Just enjoy the vibe.
I
Just enjoy
know.
the area.
When you dock, you get signal when you dock.
Yeah.
So just use it there.
Yes. And
Enjoy
just
the cruise.
Just enjoy the
cruise,
cruise.
yeah.
Yeah, correct.
One more thing. There's an app that you need to download when you go to in a Royal Caribbean cruise. It's called Royal Caribbean app. Everything is in there, including your CPass account, which you can monitor what charges are coming in every single day. So it's almost real time. When you order drinks, 2 minutes later, 1 minute later, it appears on the app. So you can really monitor what charges you're getting.
Yeah.
Yun lang! Salamat sa pananaan!
Yeah, those are our tips and tricks. If you have more questions regarding our cruise, just comment down below and we will answer those. And watch out for the next vlog. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Salamat sa pananaan! Woo!